Hey folks, Matt with 303 Sprinklers. This is an interesting one. This is more of a troubleshooting for guys that are out in the field. I mean, homeowners, you can attempt this, but it's not always straightforward on controllers, because you test for continuity and you test for power, okay? Well, sometimes certain zones aren't working, but you'll get a proper reading. Check it out. Okay, I want you to see this. So I've got my common wire and my zone wire. And I don't know if I can see that. There you go. 5 ohms, okay? I'll tell you what, I'll explain this in a second. All right, now sometimes what will end up happening is it could be, believe it or not, even if you're getting the proper range, you know, between 2 and 5 ohms, that doesn't mean that the solenoid's still not compromised. I don't know what I don't know. I've been doing it for 15 years. I don't know why that happens. I'm sure there's a logical explanation. It's all technical. I'm not an electrician, okay? But these, look at the sun. Okay, bam, all day long that thing's getting beat up with the sun. It is a possibility because there's a couple other zones that are having the same readings and not working. It could be the controller. And the problem is I have not found a way in 15 years to troubleshoot other than replacing the controller when I'm getting the proper readings. There's no issues with the wires, there's no issues with the solenoids. It's got to be the controller because it doesn't really give you anything, because you're going to still have your power, you're going to have all your readings. It just fries. And a lot of these hunters, and there's another type of rainbird that when you get them exposed to the heat like this, they fry out after so long. And that thing's probably 20 years old. So we're going to replace the solenoid first, and if that's not it, then I know for a fact it's a controller. But again, sometimes you run into these issues where you got to kind of tinker with things, and you know, always replace the cheapest and easiest thing first, then you go on to the more expensive stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead and see if that's what it was. Now I'm out in the valve box, and the wires are different colors because they switched it somewhere in the field. So always test to make sure you have the valve that you know is the one you want to work on. Okay, I know that's the valve that's not turning on, so we're going to go with that one. Obviously, go to your backflow, turn the water off, and then swap out. When you're wiring this back, obviously this is new, a lot of guys want to cut these 2 wires and just do new splices to the old wires, and there's more connections all along the way. Don't do that. Just disconnect them and wire them correctly like they were in the first place. You're going to laugh at me, but don't forget to turn back the water, because it's really easy to go back to the controller and be like, what the heck, it's not working. Oh, I forgot to turn the water on. All right, brand new solenoid. Shows it's watering, it's not watering. So it looks to me like this controller's zapped. And the good news is I could just swap the old one back on, because the old one obviously was fine. And I'm probably not gonna charge him for my time today. It's an existing customer I've had for a long time. These things happen. And I just gotta put in a new controller. The problem is that's hardwired, and I don't like to mess with hardwired controllers, so that's gonna be fun.